From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages, and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides on the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Prateek Shah, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will offer you a glimpse into India's culture, diversity, and the developments happening in and around the world. India, a multilingual and multicultural nation, is often recognized for its excellence in the agriculture and horticulture sector and has garnered a lot of appreciation for its world-class produce. Today, Indian farm products are gracing the shelves of malls across the world and are regarded as one of the key elements to making cuisine flavorful and authentic. To celebrate the spirit of farmers, the Meghalaya Pineapple Festival was organized in India's capital New Delhi as Meghalaya became the leading producer and exporter of pineapple among the Indian states. Let's have a glance.
Meghalaya, a state nestled amidst lush green landscapes, stands out with its rich cultural diversity and unique traditional art forms. Meghalaya has also earned a reputation for its exceptional cultivation of succulent pineapples. Today, Meghalaya is one of the leading producers and exporters of delectable fruit in the country. Thanks to the generosity of the Meghalayan farmers, that today a dash of pineapple powder is all it takes to add a unique flavor to our meals and beverages. To celebrate the fusion of culture, agro-excellence and innovations, Meghalaya Pineapple Festival 2023 was recently organized with grandeur at INA Delhi Heart in India's capital New Delhi.
आज मेघालय में भी लगभग 13,000 हेक्टेयर से ऊपर की खेती हो रही है और एक्सपोर्ट में एक अच्छी खासी माइलस्टोन इन्होंने हासिल की है मिडिल ईस्ट कंट्री में और आगे भी इसके बहुत सारे आशा हैं। मैं आग्रह करूंगा कि किसानों के समूह, खास करके हमारी सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की बहनें, उनके साथ मिल करके इसके वैल्यू एडिशन, बोटलिंग, पैकेजिंग, कट फ्रूट, लोकल बिवरेज, ये आप करें।
Adorned with an array of indigenous agricultural and horticultural products, the festival stalls exuded elegance, representing the rich tribal heritage of the region. The festival presents a unique opportunity for farmers who get a chance to showcase their produce and gain international recognition. Through concerted efforts, the state government is constantly trying to eliminate the intermediaries. The government is also exploring and establishing links with local retailers like Reliance to provide a better market to farmers.
This is one of the opportunities that we are now taking so that we can enable our farmers to come here and experience a very national kind of a scenario, a market. And alongside the pineapple, we are also showcasing some of the indigenous food items that we are eating.
Meghalaya has dedicated around 10,500 hectares of land for pineapple cultivation, with a 38% of the total fruit growing space of the region. Meanwhile, Khasi and Jaintia hill ranges remain ideal destinations to grow them. Meghalayan pineapples have made remarkable strides and have now extended their reach to the Middle East countries like Abu Dhabi, Kuwait and Sharjah. Their products like fruit powders, pulp, juice, jam, candies and textile embellishments are in high demand across Europe.
आज हमारे स्टेट में करीब 1.5 लाख मीट्रिक टन का प्रोडक्शन हर साल होता है, लेकिन ये प्रोडक्शन होने के बाद भी हमारे किसानों को उनके जो पाइनएप्पल का सही दाम नहीं मिलता और कभी-कभी जो है अनारस ख़राब हो जाता है और बिक नहीं पाता। तो हमें लगा कि इसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमें एक तो फार्मर्स को, किसानों को हमें बाहर में, देश में और विदेश में हमें मार्केट में एक्सेस देना होगा ताकि उनका जो सामान है, जो पाइनएप्पल है, वहाँ पहुँच पाए। तो इस फेस्टिवल के थ्रू हम लोग हमारे जो किसानों को और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को हम लोग एक प्लेटफॉर्म देना चाहते हैं ताकि वो इस चीज़ को आगे बढ़ा पाए।
Efforts like this event are no less than a revolution for the Indian domestic market. Government's proactive support empowers local farmers and artisans to command the global stage with authenticity and secure fair prices for their produce and creativity.
Assam, a land of vibrant culture and a home to a large number of tribes with unique customs and beliefs, has always been coherent to keep the ties between communities intact. The Dargah of Sufi Saint Baba Hazrat Makdum Shah Rehmatullah Aliah in Assam's Guwahati is one such example of interfaith harmony. Today in our show, we'll take you to the Sijubari Dargah, where Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs and Christians all come together to seek blessings from their beloved saint.
Away from the city's revelry and hustling crowd of Guwahati lies the shrine of Baba Shah Makdum Shah Rehmatullah Aliah, a quaint place in the northern eastern state of Assam. People from all walks of life, regardless of their religious identities, come to the shrine to offer their gratitude towards the revered Sufi saint. The 17th century Dargah is the epitome of communal harmony as it promotes and nurtures religious amalgamation in the state.
कम से कम 350 साल से इनका मज़ार शरीफ यहाँ है और हमारे बाप दादों ने मज़ार शरीफ का खिदमत किए हैं। करीब मेरे दादा के हैं, मेरे दादा के बाद मेरे अब्बा अभी हम कर रहे हैं। और इस मज़ार शरीफ में कोई धर्म का लोग के लिए कोई रुकावट नहीं है। हर धर्म के लोग इनके दरबार पे आते हैं और इनसे फैज़ लेते हैं और जो भी मन्नत नेक नियत लेकर हाजिर होते हैं, सबके अपने अपनी नेक नियत को पूरे करते हैं।
The intricate designs on the walls and the creative Sufi architectural finesse in the Dargah often resonate with the devotees, taking them on a nostalgic ride into the history. The surreal Islamic impressions and captivating aura of the sacred Dargah motivate devotees to meditate and connect with their inner selves. Regardless of their religious backgrounds, the devotees sit in the premises of the Dargah for hours, worshipping and wishing for their well-being.
1710 से दरगाह आरंभ हुआ। हिंदू आदमी आता है जो लव मैरिज करता है, लड़की लोग, लड़का लड़की, वो लोग भी अच्छा होने को वो दुआ मांगता है। और कोई बुखार होगा तो वो दुआ मांगने को आता है। खादिम साहब का पास दुआ करने को बोलता है, खादिम साहब दुआ कर देता है। भगवान अल्लाह एक है। तो हम लोग आदमी कोई सोचता है वो हिंदू है, वो है, वो ये है, वो सोचना नहीं सही है।
For centuries, Sufis have propagated peace and harmony in the Indian societies. Their beliefs and teachings have served as bridges between different cultures and faiths. They have inspired many to follow the path of humanity and fraternity. Their lessons on communal harmony and peace find relevance even today.
And now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
Shares in India's Jio Financial Services, carved out of billionaire Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries, fell as much as 5% on their trading debut, valuing the company at 1.58 trillion rupees. JFS stock opened at 262 rupees and fell to a low of 248.9 rupees, with almost 70 million shares trading hands. Reliance Industries had approved the listing of 6.35 billion shares, but it was not immediately clear how much of a stake this represented in the company. While JFS is yet to build out a business in India's fast-growing financial services sector, analysts say its access to the vast trove of data from Reliance Telecom, digital and retail businesses will give it a leg up in lending. JFS has already formed a joint venture with BlackRock Incorporated to launch asset management services in India with an initial investment of $150 million each. The BRICS group of nations has decided to invite 6 countries, Argentina, Egypt, Iran, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to become new members of the bloc. The debate over expanding the BRICS bloc comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa topped the agenda at the recently held 3-day summit. Supporting the decision to induct new nations, PM Modi said that India has always believed the addition of new members to BRICS will further strengthen and give our shared efforts a new impetus. PM Modi extended his congratulations to the leaders and citizens of Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and the UAE for their successful attainment of full membership within BRICS. Presently composed of the emerging economies of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, BRICS has taken a decision to enlarge its membership. Initially established in 2009, the bloc consisted of Brazil, Russia, India and China. South Africa was subsequently welcomed into the fold in 2010. ICC unveiled the mascot of Men's Cricket World Cup 2023 during an event in northern Gurugram city. The international cricketing body revealed a male and a female mascot duo with blue and fiery orange colors respectively for the mega sporting event which will be hosted by India later this year. While the female mascot symbolizes passion and fire in the game, the blue male mascot stands for calm and mental strength. Indian cricketers and reigning under-19 World Cup champions Yash Dhul and Shefali Verma were also present at the gala event which was held in a mall in New Delhi's satellite city. The Cricket World Cup will begin on October 5 with England facing New Zealand in Ahmedabad.
Moving on, the momentous occasion of the Indian mission Chandrayan 3 touching down on lunar surface sparked a true surge of national pride. Young, elderly, men and women from the east to the west, from the north to the south, jumped in jubilation as India became the first country to have its rover on the south pole of the moon. It was one of those remarkable instances when the entire country came together and acted as a single united family. Join us as we explore the images and visuals of the pre and post of this grand Indian success, Chandrayan 3.
As Chandrayan 3 blasted off, India didn't just launch a spacecraft, it launched a tidal wave of emotions. The prayers began right away. People, no matter where they hailed from or who they believed in, joined hand in hope and prayers for scientists, ISRO and Chandrayan 3. Today, the entire nation is bursting with national pride as the Indian spacecraft has hit the surface of the lunar South Pole. India has created history by becoming the first to explore the uncharted territory. The prayers before the success of the mission and after the mission are a true reflection of how a family sticks together. It is also the reinforcement of India's own value system, Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one family.
सभी ने मिलकर एक ही दुआ की है कि हमारे मुल्क के जो वैज्ञानिक हैं उनकी कोशिश कामयाब रहे और जो हमारे पूरे भारत का मिशन है, इसरो का मिशन है, जिसका नाम है चंद्रयान 3, उसकी कामयाबी का पूरे देशवासियों को बेसब्री से इंतज़ार है। तो आज हम सभी लोगों ने बारगाह गरीब नवाज में ये दुआ की है कि हमारे देश के जो वैज्ञानिक हैं वो कामयाब हों, उनकी वर्षों की जो मेहनत है, उनकी वर्षों की जो तपस्या है वो उसके अंदर कामयाब हो जाएं।
It was surreal to see people were hand in hand, performing prayers together, making offerings and doing rituals for the success of the Chandrayan 3. For hours, temples reverberated with the sound of mantras and the scent of incense as devotees performed special havans. Dargahs and mosques were thronged by people who came to offer chadar and prayed for the successful landing of the spacecraft on the lunar South Pole.
जैसे कि आप लोग जान रहे हैं कि भारत ने कुछ ही दिनों पहले चंद्रयान 3 लॉन्च किया। उसी की सक्सेसफुल लैंडिंग के लिए हम लोग सारे देवी देवताओं से हाथ जोड़कर स्मरण और विनती कर रहे हैं, प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं कि कल भारत परचम लहराने वाला है। भारत चंद्रमा की ध्रुवीय कक्षा पर सतह पर लैंड करेगा और पूरे दुनिया को बता देगा कि भारत सबसे आगे था, सबसे आगे है और सबसे आगे रहेगा। जय हिंदुस्तान, जय भारत।
The wave of celebration and fervour didn't just remain confined to the boundaries of India alone. The entire world got the excitement India dedicated its success to the entire world, highlighting that all its objectives were always directed towards the welfare of humanity.
Sir, we have achieved soft landing on the moon. India is on the moon.
This incident, however, wasn't an exclusive reflection of peace and harmony. There have been multiple occasions when people from different communities and religious backgrounds have come together to rejoice the achievements of one another.
And now we bring you some of these stories from the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section of World in Focus.
Yamaha Motors' policy is to preserve the environment and promote a comfortable social life. At Otaru Canal in Hokkaido, sightseeing boats were installed with Yamaha Motors EV engine to provide comfort and satisfaction for passengers. This electric vehicle engine is named Harmo. It has an electric motor with a smooth control system. Biodiesel engines and EV engines are only used on boats at Otaru Canal with an aim to protect the environment. And this policy is matched with Yamaha Motors EV engine technology. The smooth operation of Harmo boats makes the guest passengers satisfied and they witness the surroundings of the historical buildings.
全く音がしません。で、音がないってことはそれだけエネルギー効率がいいわけなんで、それとハルモシステムっていうのは本当片手で船が真横にも動くし、いろんな移動ができる。皆さん本当にこれで動いてるのっていう反響が多いですね。
In 2016, Yamaha Motor began investigating and developing an EV boat operation system. Transformation of mobility is the most important policy for Yamaha Motors. Yamaha Motors' interests include drones, electric two-wheelers, bicycles, vehicle chairs, and marine transportation on land and beneath the surface of the ocean. The core objective of Yamaha Motor is to create a serene and clean environment along the canal. Both the sky and the ground are the targets of its ambition. A Palestinian teen developed an app she says can predict the reason behind a baby's tears based on the tone of his cries. The app also provides mothers and caregivers tips and tricks to help ease the child. Living with infant twins and a newborn brother, this Palestinian teenager used their constant sound of cries to develop an app, which she says can help mothers identify the reason their infant is crying. 15-year-old Leali Khatib, who lives on the outskirts of the West Bank's Jenin, worked on a software that uses artificial intelligence to analyze the sound of infants' cries and identify the cause of their crying, whether it is hunger, sleepiness, pain, or a wet diaper. Khatib began developing the application, which she called Motherhood Guide, in 2019. The young developer says her app works with 93% accuracy. Mother Guide can be used for infants under 18 months and also gives caregivers tips and tricks on easing their child's discomfort. Khatib recalls having to overcome many obstacles along the way. She learned coding by following online classes and used an open source website to create the app. After her hopes of refining her current app and spreading it worldwide, Khatib's next goal is to develop an app that can diagnose autism. Pikachu dancing event was recently organized in Japan's Yokohama city. These adorable Pokemon Pikachus dance to draw crowds. Pikachu is the most popular and beloved cartoon character among children. This year, Pokemon World Championship was held supported by Yokohama City. It includes Pokemon and Pikachu March, Pokemon Card Game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite to nominate World Champion. The World Championship was held in Japan this year after previously taking place in the United States and the United Kingdom. Pikachu danced attractively while marching nearby Yokohama Museum. Many families and their kids were excited to meet with real Pikachu. A large number of visitors gathered at the event, including tourists as well.
すごいピカチュウがくるくる回ったり、こっち向いてこうやって手振ったりしてくれてすごい楽しかったです。ピカチュウって英語で書かれてるのがよくて、後ろ向くとそのピカチュウの全国ナンバーが書いてあるのですごいポイントで、歩いてるとすごい自慢げに歩けてすごい楽しいです。
During the event, a Pokemon special parade of 100 family characters was held. Many Pokemon fans gathered to take pictures and cheered on the streets of Yokohama. At night, many Pikachus attract the audience while performing the live show. The spectators prepared their smartphones to take a remembrance picture. In the night sky, Pokemon characters were visualized by drone mapping. Japan's summer is sometimes affected by typhoons with heavy rains. On this day, Pokemon Pikachu's power and enthusiasm of the children defeated typhoon. It was a memorable event for every spectator.
Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, is often known for its mountainous beauty. But today, in our episode of My India, we'll take you to the floral adventure of the city where you will witness the breathtaking array of 1.5 million flowers. The Indira Gandhi Memorial Tulip Garden is a must visit for the tourist. Hundreds of varieties of tulips bloom in their full glory and attract millions of tourists every year. Have a look. Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, the Union Territory in northern India. The city lies along the banks of the Jhelum River in the Vale of Kashmir. Situated amid clear lakes and lofty forested mountains, Srinagar has a long considerable tourist economy. The Jhelum River runs through the city and is crossed by multiple wooden bridges, while numerous neighbouring canals and waterways are lined with shikaras, Kashmir's gondola. To witness the floral side of the summer capital, the Indira Gandhi Memorial Tulip Garden, it is a must visit for the tourist. The garden has also entered the World Book of Records as Asia's largest such park, adorned with a breathtaking array of 1.5 million flowers.
जो हमने मेहनत की है आज डिपार्टमेंट को उसका सिला मिल गया है तो हम उम्मीद करते हैं इंशाल्लाह हम और भी ज़्यादा मेहनत करेंगे कि डिपार्टमेंट और भी ज़्यादा ऊंचाई छू जाए.
Hundreds of varieties of tulips bloom in their full glory in the spring season from mid of March to the end of April and attract millions of tourists every year. Located in the foothills of the Zabarwan Hill in Srinagar, Tulip Garden is one of the most surreal tourist spots in India.
जब हमने देखा कि श्रीनगर के अंदर का ट्यूलिप गार्डन को भी पूरी दुनिया अब देख रही है और उसको जान रही है और यहाँ पर्यटन जिस तरह से बढ़ रहा है उसी तरीके से यहाँ के गार्डन और ट्यूलिप गार्डन खास तौर पर पूरी दुनिया के अंदर प्रसिद्ध हो रहे हैं तो क्यों न एशिया का पहला ट्यूलिप गार्डन का खिताब इसे मिलना चाहिए. हमारे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्स जो ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट के अंदर है उनकी अनुशंसा पर आज ये सर्टिफिकेट डिपार्टमेंट के कमिश्नर महोदय को दिया गया है.
Tulip Garden, also known as Siraj Bagh, is a treat to the eyes. While the bright colors impress your sight, the mesmerizing fragrance of the blooming flowers refreshes your mind. Kashmir Valley, a paradise on the earth, is adorned with mystical natural beauty. The mountains, meadows, and a number of exquisite gardens is certainly a charm for visitors. For the last few years, the Tulip Garden in the valley has attracted lakhs of tourists from across the world. The number of tourists in the valley is on a steep rise ever since the valley has attained peace and harmony after it got recognition as one of the Union Territories of India. That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. I'm your host Pratiksha, and it's a goodbye from the entire production team.